Hello Pagan Perspective viewers, this is Delia and the subs have taken over. So this is Saturday and our topic is about what we do personally when confronted with negative representations of the pagan, spiritual, new age, whatnot. The question comes to us from Cactus Druid 476, and I will include the comment below in the description bar, so please read that if you haven't already read or seen the other subs topic for this week. But I'm going to focus just on the question asked, and Cactus Druid asks us, what do you do when you are confronted by someone or something that references the negative rumors and associations of pagan history and tradition? References the negative rumors. Okay. One time, a little old lady that was helping us build the house, she was a Methodist, and they was having a conversation with my husband. And Frank was saying how he felt that it was important for the kids to understand multiple beliefs and have a good understanding of different religions so that they can make the choice for themselves. She was like, oh, that's wonderful. That's such a good idea. And I think more parents should do that. And my husband said, even if they wanted to go into being Wiccan, that would be okay with me too. And she's like, oh, no, you don't want them to do that. And Frank's like, why not? It's just an earth-based religion. It has nothing to do with Satanism and whatnot. And she, yeah, whatever. But that was not me personally. I've not had anything personally where someone's come up to me and yeah, I don't think I have. I don't think I've had any negativity from anybody personally. Confronted by someone or something, part of this individual's question here, when referencing the negative rumors and associations of pagans in history and tradition. Now, with things on the media, CNN's report about, finding hexes and spells in the classified ad and laughing about it, and during the eBay ban, witch hunts that still go on in Africa. We have those African groups putting up pages on Facebook to burn witches, eliminate witches, and let's see, what else do we have? We have Fox News making fun of us on national television, and those type of things in the media that really get put around, because us being the minority group, so they say, we don't get a lot of our own information put out there properly. So we have the Lady Liberty League that is fighting for our rights. We have the Covenant of the Goddess that is posting and making people aware of what's going on in the world, and fighting for our rights. We have the Unitarian Universalist Church putting the word out there, letting everyone know that this just isn't one way. But I have had another pagan friend that she references a lot of the negative connotations and stereotypical witchy stuff in her own practices and beliefs, and it's difficult to carry on a conversation when everything they're worried about is so negative. And so it is a little odd, and I do have to admit that when she says something that I find is just so outlandish and outrageous, and I just can't find any standing in belief in what she's thinking, I just don't get it. What are you doing? I don't know how to tell her I don't feel the same way, other than just, I don't feel the same way. But I don't feel like I have to, march up on her and, preach my own beliefs. And I wouldn't expect someone to do that to me. I know what's comfortable for me, I know what's right for me, and I don't have to prove it to anybody else to know that I am doing what I feel is right. And in all honesty, I think that there's nothing wrong with ignoring individuals that will give you no leeway in a conversation trying to discuss your spiritual beliefs. If you can't get a word in edgewise, like a really hardcore telemarketer trying to get you to buy the monthly subscription of New York Magazine or New York Times when you live in California, and I'm just like, I live in California. I would never need any of that news. And I still don't think I need the crossword puzzle and the comics from New York Times. And if there's any news that I need to know about, I get it all on the internet. So it's just, you just have to imagine you're just hanging up on that person. They're not benefiting the conversation in any way. And we cannot constantly be in a higher state of enlightenment all the time. We cannot pretend and act like we are doing what we think that an enlightened person would do, because it's not so. We would just have no purpose left if we just did that. So we'd be like done. There would be no point. So that is a part of that individual's expansion in this reality, and they will either get it or they won't. If you can understand that you are only doing what is comfortable for you, because you might even find yourself in the little tunnel in your head, coming from a Christian background where you've been taught what makes a good person a good person. A good person attends the sacrament. A good person attends the Sunday school classes. A good person studies the Bible. A good person worships God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. Christian being with the mindset that some Christians, I'm sorry, not all Christians, a certain type of person that we're talking about here, that we can't even get our answers out there to the general public that wants to know. They just want to, okay. Cactus Druid 476 says down here at the bottom of the comment, the really bad ones refuse to even allow a discussion. And that's where you will find yourself in your own head, probably trying to tell yourself that you're a good person, but you kind of get that idea that maybe that person is just like, no, you're not a good person because you don't believe in God. No, you're not a good person because you don't do this. And so I found myself in that situation before, talking to the missionaries. They weren't saying anything about my faith. They asked, and I said, I'm Wiccan because now I know what to say, and blah, 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 and I follow a more natural spiritual belief path. And I just started like having to justify myself as being a good person because of human conditioning in my past. I felt that I had to do something to prove that I was a good person to these people that I didn't even know. And so I stopped myself and I just, kind of nodded my head and was like, yep. So, and they just carried on the conversation after that point. And you just have to remind yourself, it doesn't matter what they think. They're going to automatically think that you're the devil worshiper that they have created in their own head because they created the devil. Christianity has created the devil. So in aspect, they are of Satan worshippers themselves. And I'm sorry that this isn't so wholly enlightened type of video, but it's just irritating because they are what they are. We are what we are. We believe in what we want to believe, and they want to believe what they want to believe. More and more people now are in a more understanding frame of mind, and a lot of people, I think, would just be okay with it. I know that my neighbor wouldn't. He's 85. He's a Baptist minister. He wouldn't be okay with it. My other next door neighbor who recently passed away, his grandchildren thought that I was a devil worshiper. And I found this out because our roommate works with one of the granddaughters. And he's like, oh yeah, she thought that you were a devil worshiper. And I just laughed. I thought it was funny. I was like, no. So I think it really depends on how it's being approached. How is the person up in your face calling you a devil worshiper? Or is it just offhanded remarks that maybe they're just, you know, saying stupid shit? Yeah, so we'll see how this video turns out. I'm going to go ahead and edit it now and get it up for you guys because it's getting late here on Saturday. It's already 8:12 in the evening, and I don't know what it is that you believe. Get to a point in your practice where you are content and where you know that you don't have to in any way justify to someone else that is in this scenario of topic. You don't have to justify yourself to that type of person. You ignore it, you report it, you block it, you get involved in the pagan community, you get involved with the spiritual groups that are on Facebook, and you get to see what's happening in the world and sign a petition, make your voice heard. That's the only way that things are going to change. It's going to take time, and just like every great feat that the human race has accomplished has taken time. So we can get it there, and we will all have a better, healthy, happy, harmonious, enlightened life here in the future. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Blessed be. Have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend, by the way. Bye.